So the point of the slide, just there's a lot of services running in the data center. You guys already know all that. So what happens, what I've seen in the companies that I've worked with is when you want to go build a new service, someone says, "Hey, ops," and this is where I pick on ops a little bit. So I'll try to be gentle for the ops people in the room. You say, "Hey, ops, I'm building a new service and I need some machines." And ops is like, "Okay, well, we'll put in an order and bother us next week or maybe the week after that, and we'll see if we can get you machines." Hopefully they say, "Okay, here's some machines you can use for now, and maybe we'll reevaluate that in the future." And I understand it's not ops' fault. So ops has to go to someone else and say, "Hey, we need money to buy these machines." So it's a tough problem. And then once you're about to go build this new service, you say, "Okay, now I'm going to build this awesome distributed service, and I want to make it fault tolerant, and I want to make it scale. Okay, I need to do all these things." Okay. So of course, you're not the only one in your organization that's doing this. There's lots of people that are having exactly the same conversation, and this is just a tricky problem. So are there any problems that come out of this? Yeah, well, what ends up happening in a lot of places is dozens of services end up getting statically allocated resources. This can yield incredibly bad system-wide utilization, which can cost lots of money. And in many ways, it also completely restricts any of these services from able to do things elastically. They might be able to scale down with some of the resources that have been given to them, but they can't scale up using some of the other idle resources from, say, some of the other services that have scaled down. And the other thing that happens here is everyone ends up rewriting their application where they have to implement their own fault detection. They use their own task distribution or coordination logic. They end up doing this all over again for each service that they end up writing. So in the research community, we like to see problems as opportunities. And so in this work, what we're particularly looking at is ways to efficiently share the data center between all these